Hello, this is Ashi from Crafting with Ashi and welcome to this video. This is the little box we're making today. So as you can see, it's like a little pencil case box and it's got a magnetic closure. So let's get started. Okay, so I've got my piece of old olive here, my Stamparatus, and the piece here measures 7.5 inches by 10 inches. And I have here my handy dandy, what you call this, template, which tells me exactly what I'm meant to do. So let's follow it, we shouldn't get lost. We're going to score at ½ an inch. Not easy trying to do this under the camera. And then we're going to score again at 3 inches. And at 4 inches. And again at 6.5 inches. Okay, so then we can bring back our little template and we can see that we've done exactly the right thing. Then we're going to turn it around to the long side and we're going to score at 1 inch, and then we're going to score at, where have I scored again, at 7 inches. And that should be, get this template out the way, 7 inches, and that should be it. So you're going to score 1 and 7. Okay, but I'll put a copy of the template on my blog post so you can see exactly what's going on in the gooseberry patch. Okay, so now we're going to get out our bone folder, one of those essential items of a crafter that people never seem to have. Whenever people come to my classes and I say bring a basic craft kit, they never seem to have a bone folder, and it's just so useful. It really is. I'm thinking of doing a series as well. I've done one that's going to come up this week. That's already come up actually last week when because I'm filming these a week ahead of schedule, about what adhesives Stampin' Up! Provide and how I use them and which are my favourites, and sort of giving you some information about what's the best adhesive to use for what project. And I'm thinking of doing one as well about tools and what's your basic craft tool. So if you think that's a good idea, let me know in the comments section if you think you'd like to see something like that. Okay, so now we've folded on all our score lines, and I'm going to bring back our template here, and I'm going to do what I do in class with my people in class, because they get, quite often they get lost about what they need to do. And we're going to just line our template up so all our score lines are in exactly the same spot, and then all I'm going to do is take a pencil and mark where I need to cut something out, and then I know, just like that. It makes it really easy. So take our template away, and then I know that all of these are going to cut up to the score lines, and where the marks are I'm going to cut away the whole section. So let's just do that. So we're going to cut up to the score line there. So this is along the bottom, the 1 inch side. We're going to cut up to the score line, so we're going to separate all of those tabs, and then here on the side we're just going to give this a little mitre cut, and the same here, we're going to cut up to the score line, cut out, and then this section we marked with our pencil. We're going to cut that, and then we're going to cut to the score line here, and there, and then we want to cut out all of this big section here. Just take that out, and then just neaten that up a bit, and then here we're just going to cut away about half of that tab, and roughly the same there. Okay, so let's get rid of these, all these bits here, and there we can bring back our template, and we can see if we did the right thing, because if they match up, if they do, we did the right thing. So now we know. Okay, so now we can start to stick things together. Okay, so if we do it like this, we're going to see we're going to need to have score tape on this piece here, or tear and tape rather, I should say. So let's get our tear and tape out, and we're going to put it along this piece here. Okay, and remember, tear and tape is pressure adhesive, so give it a little burnish to help it stick. Then if you consider our box is going to go together like that, so the seam is going to be at the back. This piece, this flappy base, is going to fold over. So the piece here at the bottom here, this one here, is going to be your front. So you're going to put some tape here as well. And again, just burnish that down. So if you consider, if you look at it like that, you've got the short little flap here, and we put tape there, and on the opposite side, on this flap, you're going to have tape as well. So turn it around, because this is the outside of our box, and we want to put our designer series paper on these two big panels and on this panel here. And let me show you, it's the Best Dressed designer series paper, and I've got my pieces for here and for there as well. And these two pieces here measure 2 1/4 inches by 5 3/4, and this measures 2 1/4 by 2 3/4. But again, all the measurements will be on the blog post. So this I'm going to just stick down with some snail, my favourite adhesive. It's the one I go to all the time for card making, for sticking down paper to cardstock. It's my favourite. But of course, you could use just as well as use Tombow. It's really up to you. It's a personal choice. I know a lot of people who love Tombow. I prefer this, but I'm liable to stick my hands in the adhesive, and if I do with Tombow, it gets everywhere. If I do it with snail, it doesn't get everywhere because it's a dry adhesive as opposed to a wet one. Okay, so now we're going to stick down our piece here. Now you could put the magnets on first. Look at that, my Tombow's given up on, my snail's given up on me. No problem, I'm just going to use a little bit of tear and tape instead, and then we should be fine. Trying to see where it's given up. It's given up all along the side. So I have refills from my snail, but I'll do that after. For now, I'm just going to use this, and this will work just as well. So I'm just going to line these two up, because you want them to be sort of straight, if at all possible. Okay, and now we're going to start to put together our box. So I'm going to bring these two pieces round, make sure everything is lined up, give it a good burnish, and then on the bottom we're going to put in our base, our sides, and then our base here. Like that, and then all I'm going to do is use my bone folder just to give it a push down there, and then these two come over, and then this will just fold over to give a little folded top, and it's coming up off here at the top because that's where the snail broke. The snail gave up and I didn't notice it, so I'm just going to use some Tombow now because it just goes in easy. You can just see how you can use a variety of adhesives. It doesn't really matter. It really is what works for you and what's best for you. They all work, but it's what you find easiest to use and enjoy the most. So now we're just going to fold it over gently to give a little bit of a curve to the top, like that. And then all I'm going to do is take my magnets, and these tiny little neodyme earth magnets, And I'm just going to use a glue dot. Let's get our mini glue dots. Sorry about the noise. And we're going to put one there. And we're just going to put it down like that. And then we're going to put I'm going to use my pokey tool now just to take another one off here and put it on top of our magnet, and then just going to pull this over wherever you want it and stick it down, and then you'll have your magnet. Okay, so let's put that aside for now and clear the deck, because we're going to do some stamping now. So let's bring in the stamp set we're going to use this Delightful Day. We're going to be using this thing that says Treats Made with Love. And we need some Whisper White, which we have here. Okay, so we're going to stamp in Old Olive. So let's open that up. Ink this up so it's nice and inked. Okay, and then just in the centre here I'm just going to push it down, hold it up, lovely, perfect. So close up our ink pads. I'm just going to set that aside for a second, and now we're going to do some punching, and I've got here the 2 1/4 inch punch. I'm going to punch it out of Old Olive, and then I'm going to use the 2-inch punch and take a sentiment, oops, and try and get it straight within the punch. Yeah, that'll do me. Okay, and then I would have used snail to stick this down, but obviously my snail's given up the ghost. It needs a refill, it needs a new tummy. So we are going to use some Tombow and hope we don't stick our fingers in it. I'm not the crafter with the most finesse, so sticking my fingers in the adhesive is something unfortunately I do on a very regular basis. So we're going to bring our box back in, and first actually we're going to use some of these. These are our glitter enamel dots, and we're going to use the green ones, and we're just going to add some highlights to our sentiment here, just to add a pop of colour. There we go. I love these glitter enamel. I love enamel dots, full stop. I think they're just so cute. And then we're going to bring in some dimensionals. I think I have a few left on here before I need to start using my edges. I need to start now with the edges. You use up all your what do you call these things, dimensionals. Don't waste anything. I mean, the edges are just the same thing as the centre, so don't waste it. And then we're going to stick this, wallop this down somewhere here. That'll do. And there we have it. The one I made before, the one I made now. Simple little box. You have your magnetic closure like that. So I hope you enjoyed the project. I think they're super cute. What do you think? Do you think they're cute, or do you hate them? I'd love to know your comments and your thoughts, so let me know down below in the description, in the comment section. I hope you did enjoy the video though, and you found it useful. If you did, I'd be grateful if you could subscribe, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up so YouTube know. If you want any further information, you know, if you want a copy of the template, etc., it'll be on the blog post on my website, and the links to that and all my social media links are in the description box below. So thank you again, and until next time, enjoy being creative. Bye!